David is getting exposed again. This time, his search history has been leaked by some devious Discord moderators that basically have decided that once again, it's now time to expose all of the creepy stuff David was doing behind the scenes. Now, if you saw the last video I did about David's girlfriend or girl who is his friend, Asia, and some of the weird stuff that she had going on, she was on live stream with him looking at some, talking about, he's a gooner, I'm a gooner, okay? So he definitely was doing some creepy stuff. Asia was joking how, let me look through your TikTok likes, because she knew that the stuff that he's going to be liking on TikTok is creepy, all right? But now, David's search history is getting exposed, and it's pretty dark and disgusting, and I'm going to break it all down to you in this video. So this is the first of it that's come about. Okay, let me just pull this up for you guys. So this is what's just come out right here. Okay, so basically, okay, one of David's Discord moderators has essentially posted a TikTok, basically screenshots allegedly exposing David's YouTube search history. Okay, so basically, all right, I'm going to read you the title of this, but then I've actually got all the screenshots in a document, and this is going super viral on TikTok right now. But basically, this is Mega Queet. And he said, hello, my name is Will. Before anything, I would like to preface that I obtained these accounts from David himself, and I did not do any illegal activities to gain access to them. I figured now would be a more appropriate time to post these haunting and disturbing pieces of information for the media and general public who would never get to see these things. I believe this will be very useful for the public. The facade that David played all in my time of knowing him surprises me greatly, and I'm very sad that he's gone down this terrible path. I wish only justice, family of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. I truly wish only the best for your family and everyone else. Thank you. God bless. Okay. He said he's exposing dark secrets from David's past. Okay. So I'm going to show you what this is all about. So essentially, I've got everything here in a document. Obviously, we knew that he used to go by the name Chronic Ant. All right. He also had David's gaming channel and More David. He had a bunch of different channels. I wouldn't be surprised if there were more channels we didn't even know about. Okay. But they're all here. And this brave Discord mod has exposed everything. So as you can see here, okay, this is pretty crazy. So there was a video uploaded in August 2025 on the topic of missing children in Virginia. And apparently, so David had watched this video about missing children in Virginia after Celeste had been killed. So that's already creepy. Maybe he's looking at this thinking this is going to be his defense. He's going to blame it on a mass abduction. It's weird as hell, but that's not all. There's actually some really disturbing stuff coming up here. So the next thing that he was seen looking up was how to say the word period in Spanish. And I'll show you the video. I'll show you all the videos that David was watching. We'll get a full picture as long as it's nothing illegal. But this is what was going around. So why would he want to know that? Well, maybe she missed her periodo. But this is what he's watching.
Periodo. Periodo. Periodo.
Weird, right? Very weird. Very weird. So basically, the next thing that he was caught looking at was birth control method, how to log birth control method on the Flow period tracker. Okay, that's what he was out here looking up, and it gets worse and worse because all of these search histories, they tell a story. They all tell a story. So this is the video that he was watching about. He's watching how to pronounce period in Spanish, and then he's looking up how to log birth control methods on the Flow period tracker.
As right on this main screen, make sure you tap on where it says. Make sure you tap on where it says contraception right there. As you see right there, tap on that. Now you're gonna arrive on this main screen right here. Then you can decide on what type of birth control that you use.
Why does he need to know how to do this? It's weird as hell, right? So in addition to that, this is probably the most terrifying, disturbing parts of his watch history. These are videos with millions of views, and I won't show you these, and they've all been blurred, but it's live birth, C-section surgery, gash on face from C-section scalpel, what to expect during a C-section. Is he looking that up because he expecting her to have a C-section? Is he looking that up because he's planning to do a C-section? This guy is absolutely disturbed and deranged. Now, I'm not going to show you these videos that he was watching, okay? But the videos, they're exactly what you would think, okay? And here's people in the comments describing and discussing the video, saying, what business could he possibly have watching that last slide? Said she was pregnant. He was probably trying to learn how to deliver a baby at home since she couldn't go to the hospital. That's seriously confusing me right now. People saying the last slide, I'm confused on what it is. A bunch of things about childbirth. Video showing live childbirth. It's disgusting. Okay? Super, super creepy. Now, look, obviously, I can't show you these things. I don't want to show you these things, but I've looked it up and I've seen these thumbnails, and it is actually just, it's disturbing. Okay? It's obviously, it's what you think it is. Now, this doesn't even need explanation. A lot of people have been asking what this whole thing is about, you know, how on earth did David, we saw in the paperwork that he had apparently taken her on trips all around the country, taken to meet the family in Texas, taken her to New York, even taken her internationally to London, allegedly. And what is this? He's looked up what is United Airlines unaccompanied minor policy. Bruv, can we just skip the trial? Can we just skip it? Are you having a joke? Are you kidding? This is really, really, really what he was looking up. United Airlines unaccompanied minor policy. It's a joke. Okay. So there's some screenshots here of the video. All right. The fact he was looking this up, right, bro, I mean, the trial's a formality at this point, bro. The unaccompanied minor service is mandatory for kids between the ages of 5 to 14. The service is optional for minors between the ages of 15 to 17. Well, she didn't even make it to 15. Unaccompanied minor tickets must be booked directly through the United Airlines website. You can also use other official channels. The service is only offered on a non-stop United or United Express flight. Airport guidelines. Check-in must be done directly through the airport ticket counter. The airport staff will check the minor traveler's documents, and a special wristband and an envelope to carry the travel documents are issued to the minor at check-in. Arrival airport protocols for parent guardian. The child traveler must wait at the airport upon arrival, and a United agent will arrive and get them. The agent will escort the child to the parent or guardian who is present at the airport to pick up the child. If the parent or guardian is not required to go through customs, they'll have to get a gate pass. The gate pass can be acquired at the ticket. So David's watching all of this as information. Documentation required. Photo ID, passport, license. What? Like the passport that we found on the side of the freeway when the investigators would look. Bro, this is a joke. Contact details and addresses, information of the adult dropping the child off at the departure airport, name, contact number, address, and a copy of the photo ID of the adult who will be picking up the minor traveler at the arrival airport. Okay. And this next bit's chilling too. Look, he was on here looking for sound effects. All right. Kids playing in a park, sound effect ambience. Child giggling, kids laughing, sound effect ambience. Group of children laughing. Children playing, background noise. Children playing in a park sound. Children running. What is wrong with this man? What is wrong with this man? You're not going to believe what, or you are going to believe what's next. He discusses how to erase and factory reset your MacBook in 2026. How to erase and reset a Mac back to factory default. How to factory reset a MacBook Pro. Nice. Nice. How to delete Instagram chat from both sides 2024. This is the dumbest criminal in the world. How to delete all Snapchat conversations. This really happened. This is bro, this guy's an idiot. This guy's an idiot, all right? He's doing a soft white underbelly interview, R-word interview, James. He sat there watching interviews with other R-words. What is he picking up tips? What is wrong with this guy, bro? I'm not even going to show you a clip from this, okay? He also had clips from video games with dismemberment. 9 games with awesome dismemberments. This guy is so dumb. His YouTube history tells the entire story. It's a joke, all right? It's a joke. So look at this. I'm not even sure I want to show you this. I might blur this. I might actually blur this out. I probably will blur this out when I actually release the video. So what you see in the next part of this video might be blurred out, but I'm gonna still watch it and sort of get an idea. But yeah, I'm gonna blur out what's here just to be safe. Okay.
Benign game.
That just pissed that just pissed me off, man. This guy's a fucking disgusting creep. He was really doing that stuff. This is so disturbing. The fact that he's sat in his crib watching this stuff when this is really what he's got going on, and I'm seeing this being depicted in video games. He was really doing the stuff that we're seeing in this video. I will have had to blur it. That's so disturbing, bro. Bro, this guy is disgusting, bro. I cannot wait to see David lifed off forever. Potentially getting the death penalty, bro. This guy's absolutely disgusting. I actually can't believe that this is what he sat there watching. 9 games with awesome dismemberment. It's a joke, right? Let me just watch a little bit more of this so I can see what he experienced and what he was watching. But this is actually, this guy is twisted. This guy is twisted on another level.
With great dismemberment. The Soldier of Fortune series is the granddaddy of blowing off virtual limbs. These brutal shooters were incredibly gory thanks to Raven Software's Ghoul engine. Each enemy had 26 different gore zones that all reacted differently to the impact of bullets. The dismemberment system was way ahead of its time and still looks impressive today.
That is actually one of the most disturbing things that I've seen in this whole thing, to be honest with you. That's actually giving me chills. This guy was really doing that, and then he was sat there looking up games with awesome dismemberment. Ain't nothing awesome about it. Ain't nothing awesome about this guy that's going to be spending his life in jail and hopefully facing the death penalty, man. And that's not all, okay? He was looking up a bunch of gory games, upcoming gore games, 8 new and brutal, does that say gang or gore, indie games? Is it gory indie games? All right. This is what he was watching. I'm hoping this isn't as bad, but this might be just
Next game on the list is a very special one. This game is set to deliver the most realistic gore that has ever been produced in any video game ever. Let's look at it. I present to you Ill, not to be mistaken for Illness, which is a copycat of this game. This one will be a more slow-paced horror experience with a huge emphasis on dismemberment in super realistic ways. Many people, however, are claiming that the developers have only showed pre-rendered footage of the game because it looks almost too good to be true, but the developers are still standing their ground and saying that this is actual in-game footage. However, time will tell whether this is real or not, but for a lot more information, don't miss my full cover.
So he's watching all these videos about the goriest, craziest, the most realistic gore games, bro. This guy's an idiot, bro. This guy's cooked. How to look at your past streams on Twitch. You can look at past streams, but I thought you deleted everything. You remember when you were streaming with and you said delete everything? Oh, but people are going to be able to pull it up. We pulled it up. Good thing somebody was screen recording it. This guy was sat at home on YouTube panicking, snitching on himself. Every single time he searched something on YouTube, he was snitching on himself, okay? And my YouTube search history is crazy for all the research that I've done, but I'll keep it real with you. Like I would throw up my YouTube search history because I got nothing to hide and I could explain everything. You can't explain any of this shit. Can't explain any of this. This is so disturbing. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe how much self-snitching is actually going on. I just can't believe how much this guy told on himself. So the person that had access to this account, they'd also show off David's childhood channel where he was posting sort of early Minecraft videos. It said this is David's childhood channel with a video that he had previewed before, but now in full, the channel also has a video of him playing the piano as a kid. So this is kind of like proof. This is kind of like proof that this is legit, okay? And they're saying this is how to pronounce Alyssa correctly. I don't really understand that one. This said apparently this is a creator by the same name who collaborated with David. They commented, bro, I'm freaking out. I can't believe I streamed with this guy. None of us could have known what was going on. It's still unbelievable to me. He thought he would never get caught being a PDF and murderer. Someone said they was on the phone with David. So girl, the pronounce Alyssa part made my heart drop, okay? There's also some very, very dark videos from the channel Pursuit of Wonder. This is a channel that talks about psychology and mental health. And as you can see here, he was watching some super creepy stuff. The unsettling psychology of covert narcissism. Death is way scarier than you think. So he's allegedly killed somebody, and then he's sitting there watching videos on YouTube of like, what did this person I killed experience when I killed them? That's really what he's actually sat here on YouTube searching for. It's insane. What's this? How to be miserable for the something. Why being open-minded is dangerous. All right, so let's see a bit of this death video just to see what he was looking at.
Death, the most terrifying of evils, is nothing to us. Because as long as we exist, death is not present. Whereas when death is present, we do not exist. It is nothing to those who live, since to them it does not exist, and it is nothing to those who have died, since they no longer exist. Epicurus. Some of us might think about death often, others of us less so. Some of us might not think about it much at all. Regardless of how much or how little one might think about death, it is of course, nonetheless, the fate of us all. If we can think about anything, then we are alive. And if we are alive, then we will die. To adapt the philosopher René Descartes' famous cogito, I think, therefore I die. Found in the relationship between thinking and death is something far more unsettling than merely thinking's implication of death. Thinking not only
So he's sat here thinking about death, thinking that he's killed somebody. He's watching videos all about how death is scary and the philosophy behind death. Now, this is the video he watched about covert narcissism and the unsettling psychology of a covert narcissist. I wonder if this is because he realized this is what he was, or he was thinking, "Gah, maybe I am a narcissist."
like most kids, he found himself a part of a few small friend groups. Unlike most kids, however, he had not shaken those central feelings of sadness and isolation. He was extremely self-critical, self-loathing, and self-fixated. Several years later, in 8th grade, Talon found himself in his first real relationship. After being introduced to a girl named Stephanie through mutual friends who were dating and wanted their friends to date, Talon and Stephanie began dating, which they continued to do for just over 2 months. Things were going relatively well, all things considered for an 8th grade relationship, until Stephanie was in a terrible car accident with her parents. Everyone survived, but her father was paralyzed, which ultimately sent Stephanie's family into financial ruin. Stephanie suffered life-changing injuries as well, and she had to spend several weeks in the hospital. Her life and physical abilities would never be the same again. For financial and family reasons, not long after the accident, Stephanie moved to a different town, and her relationship with Talon ended. Of course, that happens to me in my first relationship, Talon said to his friend Maggie as they sat together at lunch several days following Stephanie's move. Maggie had just been rejected by her crush, whom one of her friends began dating instead. She was having anything but a good time in the anarchy of the 8th grade social world, and she felt an affinity with Talon's situation. She wanted to connect with him, to help him and have him help her. "Do you still talk to her?" Maggie asked Talon. "No, she pretty much abandoned me completely." Talon responded with disdain. "Oh man, I'm so sorry."
So this stuff's really kind of unsettling, just the way that he's watching these videos. Now, this is a really, really odd one. So that third video was, this is how to be miserable for the rest of your life. And basically, it's a video on how to ruin your life. And he was really sat there watching that too.
Ruining your life is easy,
knowing that he had just done this.
It can be accomplished in 15 easy steps. Anybody can do it. And that's perfect, because doing things that anybody can do is part of step 1. 1. Do the easy things. Always do the easy things now and save the hard things for later. Since it's always now, that should make everything easy and nothing hard. Simply put everything off that's arduous, challenging, or intimidating, and you'll never encounter any of those things. Because the easy things never lead to harder, more difficult situations.
Do you think he was thinking about how hard it would have been to actually get rid of the body? That's what he was putting off, because a lot of people have been wondering, why didn't he actually get rid of the body? Why did he leave it in his own car outside of his own house? Okay. Now, what's really crazy, there's also several videos that feature kind of voicemails from psycho exes. And let's not forget that he had, you know, sampled Celeste's voice in a sort of frantic voicemail, you know, and he'd put it on his album. Even though the album released a couple of days after she died, he chose to include the voicemail from her. Okay. And it seemed like in the midst of all of this other weird stuff that he was watching, he was looking at other people's voice notes because I meant literally nothing to you. So this is probably what inspired him to include Celeste's voice on the album. So here's the snippets he was watching.
A lot, and I'm sorry that I'm crying right now, but I'm drunk, and I miss you so much. And I know that this is bullshit because you found a new perfect girl for you. But I miss you so much. And I can't say that I love you because that's a huge ass word, but I'm sorry, this is bullshit. I miss you a lot, and you were one of my best friends, and there's a lot of alcohol in my system right now, so you could just ignore all of this message because I miss you so much.
So these are eerily similar to the voicemail that he ended up including on his album of Celeste talking. It makes you wonder, did he use some AI? Did he actually have Celeste talking, or did he AI that into her voice and use snippets from other people? Because there's another voicemail that sounds eerily similar to the one that he included in his album that was Celeste talking. Listen to this one that was in his history.
I should just drop everything I knew about you and pretend that we never even happened. Pretend I didn't approach you and try to build a bond that I know I messed up, but I can't pretend that it didn't happen. I saw so much going for you, you know? So much positivity, even though you never failed to push me back down. I'm not blaming you, though. And of course, like every other voicemail I practice in my head, this isn't coming out the way that I wanted it to. But I just want to know, did you actually care about me? Or was it really just a game? Like, you befriended me, and then it actually became legit, and things both went wrong in our own lives, and then you got stuck with me, and then you just decided you didn't need me anymore, and you needed a reason. You needed a reason to hate me so you could shut me out. And then I wouldn't be trying to call you, right? That's what it was, right?
So there was also a video in that search history. It was like a Mr. Rogers video saying, "I'm so proud of you." And I'm pretty sure there were voice notes from Celeste talking about, "I'm so proud of you, David." And, you know, we end up hearing that too. So this is what he was watching.
You know, that's how you can tell when you're grown up inside. You're sure that what you're planning and doing are things that can be a real help to you and your neighbor. I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
Nobody's proud of David, right? And here's to show just how lame and uncreative he was, right? His deluxe album was called Marcessence. He's on here looking up how to, he don't even know how to pronounce this word. He just like, he trying to come up with this fake deep, I'm 14 and this is deep type approach for his album. He don't even know how to pronounce these words, okay? And so he announced this deluxe album, right? The album was announced on Celeste's birthday, September 7th, 2025, right? Just after, or like just around the time that the body's getting towed away, right? And he's basically over here looking up how to pronounce this and looking up all of this other stuff that is basically this gory stuff, how to, you know, what it's like to dismember a body in video games and all of this crazy stuff, all right? This is insane, all right? Everybody that said they were excited for this album, I'm gonna need answers. So I'm gonna need answers from all of you guys, bro. It is crazy, okay? But anyway, he would be searching for GTA gore mods, comparing gore mods in GTA, blood and gore in GTA 5 mod. He was just obsessed with gore. He was still obsessed with gore right up to the end. And what's really interesting is after this, he would also watch a private video from his own gaming channel, right? A private video of this is how it feels with an unseen photo along with it, right? And so this is apparently the photo that had never been seen of David. I guess this is like some kind of rock sculpture. It looks a bit like Stonehenge in the UK, but that's not what it is. This next one's crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. This next one's crazy. So apparently David was a big fan of Central C's ex-girlfriend, all right, Madeline Argy. So, you know what I'm saying, Central, you might have had a little bit of competition there, all right? You listen, all right? I'm not going to lie. As much as I dislike Central C, all right, you'd much rather be dating Central C than David. That's all I'm going to say, all right? You got to be careful. You got to be careful out here, okay? Madeline, you got to look out, all right? If it ain't Central C, it's David. You'd be better off chilling with Digger D, all right? At least when Digger D catches a body, it's more justified. But anyway, okay, the person that posted this would explain how he actually accessed the search history. People are saying, how did you even get this? So it says in the caption, David gave it to him. They might have been friends before. It says maybe he just logged in to YouTube on his TV once and it just stayed there. It said it's on his PS5 he sent me. All the accounts were left logged in, even his Netflix, which are now free to use. This kid is still using David's Netflix account. So David is such a dumb criminal. He didn't even think. He's sending some kid a PS5 that's still logged in as him on YouTube, and the kid's able to see all of David's watch history. That's insane. And that's true. That's a real thing that happened, right? I've logged into the PS5 and probably a few people, probably a couple people out there, probably a couple of my homies got my search history. But you know what's good? I got nothing to hide, right? Maybe there's a couple embarrassing tunes in there, all right? Couple of, I don't even know, just some weird shit, this type of stuff that I'm looking up. But like realistically, David was doing way too much. This was so dark. I actually couldn't believe how wild some of this stuff was. So let me know what you thought of this, man. I'll be back with some more updates. People saying, you know, I hadn't been talking about David as much for a few weeks because there hadn't really been any new information. I did go to the courthouse. It all got delayed. There wasn't really much of an update. I did see David. He looked quite happy, but I don't think he'll be too happy when he finds out that they got his search history. And I'm not going to lie, prosecutors might want to use some of this because it's extremely damning. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. That was crazy. I've got another video that I'm going to record today. I've got a Lil Durk video, and I've also got another video on a completely separate topic. I feel that we're under the weather today, but I'm going to try and get at least one more video done for you guys. But I appreciate you watching. Catch you guys in the next video. I'm out for now. Peace.